If there is a God with a plan for us, then it would stand to reason that he would communicate this plan with us and give us evidence of his existence. There is a holy book written thousands of years ago that is accepted by Christians, Muslims, and Jews, and that contains scientific descriptions of the universe that should not have been known back then. For example, it speaks of an expanding universe, something present-day scientists have only come to believe, verify, and accept in the past 100 years. In addition, it describes the origins and development of the universe and our Earth in harmony with what science describes today, namely a universe that is billions of years old and one in which Earth did not form right away, it was formless, and when it did form, initially it had no life, it was void, was completely covered by dense clouds with no atmosphere or water cycle. This holy book also describes in several locations the fact that the universe is still expanding. In other words, this holy book, which was written 2,500 to 4,500 years ago, is quite a scientific marvel. In addition, this book contains prophecies that came to pass with eerie accuracy. And finally, this book contains information of a plan from an entity, God, beyond our space-time dimension. In addition to the plan itself, it reminds us of details in the lives of actual historical figures that provide clear signs and instructions regarding this plan and the existence of a life after death. This plan and existence and influence from a realm beyond ours is consistent with what we see in science regarding the rarity of a planet like Earth. If there is no God, we are beyond fortunate on this planet. Our climate, living conditions, natural resources from precisely timed, orchestrated mass extinctions, our location in the universe allowing vital proteins to form, the perfect timing of spin rate of the planet with the sun's steady burning state, with the optimum level of natural gas defies the odds. Our being nestled among four giant planets whose gravitational forces protect us from frequent strikes by asteroids and comets. The list is lengthy. We are so very lucky, or we are so very loved. It's one or the other. But this life here is not a common thing in any such universe, so we should be thankful at the very least. I'll expound on all these ideas on the Move to Reality website, but first, what is this holy book I'm describing? Well, it's the Jewish Tanakh, the Jewish Bible. Its books are accepted by Muslims and Christians. In fact, it may come as a shock to some Christians that this Tanakh is actually the inspired scriptures to which the Apostle Paul referenced in 2 Timothy 3:16, when he said that all scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training. And most Christians cite this as the premise that the entire Bible, the Old and New Testament, is inspired scripture. But Paul makes it clear in verse 15 that the scriptures he's referencing are only the Tanakh when he tells Timothy that Timothy has known these holy scriptures since infancy. The New Testament wasn't written yet, so the scriptures Timothy had as an infant were the Tanakh. In addition, the Tanakh is what Jesus referred to when he referenced the law, the prophets, and the Psalms, the writings. And the Quran states that anyone who does not admonish the scriptures has wandered far astray. Again, it might surprise many people that Muslims and Jews and Christians share such a core holy book among them. Now, to those who recognize that God is the God of all people groups, this should not come as such a shock. The faiths originating from Abraham, over half of the world's population today, share this Tanakh. I hope you'll watch video 2 and 3. Video 2 shows the harmony of the Tanakh with science and history, and video 3 exposes the plan within the Tanakh and within the lives of key historical figures. Video 4 paints a clear picture of the plan and references some prophecies. There are more prophecies, evidences on other pages of this website. And video 5 shares some of what science has to tell us regarding the rarity of this planet and this life. I hope you'll enjoy and be intrigued by the information that you see on this website.